Hey everybody, it's Coach Charlie and Lucas here, and since we can't get together as a team, we wanted to put together some content for everybody to still be working on their baseball skills over the next couple months. And since we'll all have a little bit more time at home, maybe it'll fill up a little bit of airtime at home over the next little bit. So we decided to start this YouTube channel as a side project for us to kind of learn about YouTube and how to put content together for folks. So Lucas and I are going to do this together.
Yeah.
And we're going to put together some very simple drills that you can do in an indoor small space, an outdoor small space, or at the most extreme, maybe something like a park. And we'll also make sure that there's household items in the videos. So we won't be using a lot of training equipment that we would only have at practice or that isn't available to everybody. And there'll be a little bit of arts and crafts involved too. You'll have to make a few things. Anyway, we got some ideas for content around agility and conditioning, fielding, so catching and throwing, and then also hitting and maybe base running, because Lucas seems like he wants to figure out a way to slide in our house and make some fun out of that. So what can you expect? We'll do a video every few days. This is a bit of a side project for us. We'll have a new drill, maybe an exercise, a competition. We'll have the parent info in the video, like how do you run the drill? And we'll also have the player infos, like what should you be looking for in terms of form or in terms of the skill itself. And we'll target about 5 minutes for the video. I'm not really sure if that's a reasonable target or not, but that's kind of a digestible amount of time. And the activities themselves will be around 5 to maybe 30 minutes, depending on how much time you want to add to it. Is there anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to add on?
No.
No? How about go Cubs?
Go Cubs.
One thing to make this work in terms of having new drills, new exercises, new things you can do at home is to have a contract between the player and the parent as to when you're going to do these things. So one thing Lucas and I have done over the last few years is we have a rule around our house that if he ever asks me to play catch in reasonable weather, that I always say yes. And sometimes it's yes, but I have to, clean up from dinner, or yes, but I need to get changed because I just got home from work. But I always say yes. We always go play catch when he wants. And his development in terms of throwing and catching has gone up just a ton in that time we spend. And that's just one other piece I wanted to touch on, is that it's very important for parents to be an active part of development of their baseball players, especially at a young age, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The amount of time you're out spending playing catch with your player can be massively beneficial. And we'll show just the basics of how we play catch, some things I look for, and some things that can help you out. But one thing for the purposes of these videos that I think can be really, really helpful is it's called the yes ball. So a ball that just says yes on this side, yes on this side, and sits on the end of your counter at home or near the front door or in a high traffic, high visible area, where the player can pick up the ball at any time and say, hey, do you want to go play baseball? And the answer is written on the ball. It's always yes. So it's a bit of a visual social contract. I was going to make one and hand them all out to the team. This is about the extent of my arts and crafts, being able to write a word on a baseball. But I figure you'll all probably have baseballs at home. If you don't, a tennis ball works. And there's a couple things to it. The first is write yes on both sides of the ball. The second is the line down the middle. So the significance of this is it helps the parent or whoever's receiving the baseball see how the throw is coming, whether the spin's correct. So here's the C on the baseball representing a 4-seam grip, and you put the tape around the baseball in this orientation. So just a little bit of electrical tape will do. And as the player grips the ball, either a 2-finger grip, or with kids with smaller hands, sometimes they still need a 3-finger grip. But as they release the ball, you can see the line when it's coming towards you when the player has released the ball properly. And then if they don't, you don't see a line at all. So it's a really nice tool for the parent when they're receiving the baseball to know, is my player releasing the ball correctly? So it's both a social contract and a little bit of a training tool for catch, something you can look for while you're playing catch with your player. So that's one thing we can add as a basis or a contract or an expectation of all the players. And it'll be a reminder, a visual cue for everybody too, to go outside and play catch. And hopefully the weather supports us doing that over the next few weeks. Thanks everybody. I hope you're all enjoying the opportunity that is these few weeks. And hopefully this doesn't go on too long, but we'll all do our parts. And Lucas and I will keep the content coming for a little bit. And I'll also set up a team website and maybe a Facebook page for us to be able to communicate a little bit more, maybe share videos of our players doing some of the drills, maybe put some leaderboards or small competitions, something to keep the team a little bit more connected and take advantage of some of the constraints in this new situation we find ourselves in. So thanks very much. We'll post another video soon. Take care.